Western culture, Western medicine, healing, living with vitality. I want to speak about that because for so many years we have learned, we are programmed to believe that the Western medicine, the Western culture is the best there is. But it isn't the best. Not that I say that dictatorship or extreme culture are better, but the Western culture actually have built up a lot of system to hide, to manipulate, to make profit, and they feed us through media, through so many channels. They feed us in thought pattern so that we think that this is the right medicine, this is the right. So we are programmed through social media big time how to think, how to believe, how to find the solution, and kind of the American way or the Western culture is the perfect. A lot of things is good in the Western culture, but now I am talking about the shadow side. And this is the profit, just do it this way, you have to do it within 3 hours or you are too late. So we are programmed with FOMO, fear of missing out. So you have a health issue and you have to do this in 12 hours or you almost will die. This is the old way of thinking about health. We can learn so much from Eastern health and Ayurvedic health, Chinese health. The Eastern way of thinking know that most of the sickness is lifestyle illnessness. So they think in another way. They know that every thought we have, every emotion, everything that happens to us is a part of our wellness, is a part of our healing. And there is one ingredient that are more important than all the rest, and that is truth, radically truth. And human hasn't been good to change fast because we can heal in second, and I have healed a lot of people in second. But what it requires of the patient or the people I work with, it is, do you accept radically new truth? Are you ready to radically change? Because this requires that you have to change your thought pattern, your emotional stuff, your life, your lifestyle. What you eat conscious, you drink conscious, you think conscious, your emotions are in flow. So the most radical ingredients we live with, it is truth. And truth, we have to relate to truth every day because most of us, we have hundreds, maybe several hundreds choice every day. So in every choice there is truth and falsehood, or love and fear. So it is this battle that we are fighting, or we have fought it. Now it is kind of living in resonance, choosing love in every moment, even though if we are, this costs you so much money, and because our self-value has been so linked to the money we have. So everything we kind of go into, it's like, how much does it cost? How much does it cost? So our value has been so much identified with money. But now we are going into a new paradigm where we resonate and we know what is the right for us. And I made Divinima Reset 13 module, and I was supposed to give it as a 13 model for 9 months, but then I see that someone wants to shop one-on-one module, so I have opened that you can shop one-on-one module. And because someone know that, okay, I live with shame, I live with guilt, I live with grief, and then, okay, the module 4 will be perfect, and also 5, and also maybe 2. So I have opened up that people can buy one-on-one module. But when I went this way, because I worked as a therapist, saw a lot of trauma, and when I started to die in 2013, my ego needed to die. All the program as a deep trauma therapist, hypnotherapist, regression therapist, all this, it had to die from the way of thinking. It's like I use this because I use regression therapy a lot because all lives in our biology, in our body. But if I thought that this is the only tool to solution, because every time I got a client or patient, I use different tools because I tune into what they needed. And for one period, most of them said, we just want your healing. And it's like, what? And they got the healing and radically things happen. And that had to do how much truth could they take. But I also experienced that a lot of them were good for a week, 2, or a month, and then they come back and need more healing because they went back to their old pattern, their lifestyle. So we know that most of the lifestyle and the pattern is creating sickness. We know that we are in connection with everything, with Mother Earth, with our thoughts, with our emotion, with our friends, with our work. Everything that is in our surroundings is affecting us. So that's why I have spoken for so many years about habitat disease, because our habitat can be helpful or it can damage us. But so the most significant ingredient is truth, telling truth to ourselves most of all, and then new things will unfold. And are we ready to embody the new that are being shown to us? Because when I met my divine design, that is the truth of me, the light essence of me, in 2015, I said, no, I cannot take that, because I couldn't heal in an instant there, because I knew that if I healed radically, then I will lose my children, I will lose my husband, I will lose my job, I will lose everything that I knew, and I wasn't ready because I wanted them with me. And it was so big, so I said, I cannot be that light. It cannot. I don't know how to integrate it in my body. I don't know how to live with that truth. So, but it was shown to me. And that is often, a lot of people have revelation and insight, and someone have near-death experience. And in near-death experience and in deep crisis, we have a revelation, an epiphany, and we see the truth. It's like, wow, we see a lot of light and we get some of the truth. And that becomes our North Star. We go toward that North Star, and it's like then we reveal more and more and more of the sick pattern in us, because we are programmed to think in different way. So the more we live truthfully and choose wisely, because what we are in now, we are in a time where we are invited to live with heart-centered symphony. I live with heart-centered symphony. I just speak and let the words come through me. I am in divine flow every day. And even though I have project, I know that when I wake up the next day, it can be, oh, you have to do this. I'm guided places. But I also have things to do, and when I'm not guided, I do them. So, but I follow the divine rhythm and make not so hard calendar, because I know that I have said yes to the bigger picture, to kind of speak about the new system. I have created the new system, and I will create it in a bigger scale. But it is an invitation. I will never force what I do on anyone and say that, oh, you have to do this or you are dead in a week. Never. So we living as homo luminous, as I also call it, with a lot of light, we live with heart-centered symphony, and then we invite. We never force. Force is the old way. It is the Western way. It's like, you have to take this course or else you FOMO, you will lose it. So the Western culture, as I said, have a lot of good things, but it also has a push, 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 push. It is the masculine hierarchy is not healthy for us. And the feminine and the more balanced way to do it, it is an invitation. So if you listen to this, I want you to think about what are you invited into, and what invitation do you say yes to? Because the choice we take, it is invitation kind of. And do you let the media and people around you push you into taking choices that you don't want? Because fear of missing out, fear of. So you choose fear instead of love. Love only invites. The only thing love does, it is inviting. it will never push. So I invite you to work with me because I know that you will come in more balance working with me, but I will never force you, and I will support your rhythm because all of us have unique rhythm to come in balance. So this is the most important, to follow our own rhythm and to follow our own truth. And then it's also up to us, how fast do we want to heal? How fast can we embody the truthfulness of us, the totality of us, the light of us? And we are so supported because the background frequency, we have lived with low background frequency for so many years. The background frequency is so supportive now, so it goes much faster. We don't need 10 years to kind of come in balance. No, we are so supported. So if we are able to surrender to the truth of us, not someone else's truth, but your truth, if you live truthfully, you will have good health. We are multifaceted, and we often seek for one reason to, it's one problem because we are sick, but it isn't. That is a thought that is not healthy for us, because it is many thoughts, it is many organs that cooperate. So we are a universe. This universe are co-creating. So the more we co-create and the more we come in heart-centered balance, the more we radically heal. So I want think about the Western culture. What are your thoughts about it? Because I know that I was programmed that, and I thought that, I'm so lucky I live in the Western culture, it is perfect. But when you go in the depth of it, a lot of good things. But then some few people on the top have started to take advantage, profit, and feed you with social media so that they can earn money on your thoughts and the way you think. So, but we are now in a totally change. So we are waking up and we are finding each other, we resonate with each other, and in that we are creating the new system. So if you resonate with me and you also work with health and truth and healing and future medicine, you are welcome to contact me. From the divine in me to the divine in you.